Lovely to see all of you. I joke and I say I'm a brain plumber. I fix broken brains, but that is my day job. You know what's a job? Just over broke. But what is really interesting is to kindle the normal brain, and today we are going to unleash the power of this brain. And we are going to do it through the labyrinth. We need to get out of this labyrinth and make sure that we are leading our lives. Now, all of us sitting here and all of us who are watching us are all aware about the power of this wonderful brain. I call it the Ferrari of your life. Thinking is extremely powerful. And let us practice this thinking, how it is powerful. I want all of you to just take your hand like this and do a namaskar mudra. I want all of you and watch your middle finger. I want you to put your middle finger at the tangential eye level and see if it is equal or one is taller than the other. I can see that for most of you, it is equal. Now remove your hands and I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath and pick up one finger, right or left. And in your mind, make it taller. In your mind, make it taller, taller. One more time. You can remove your hand and again do it. Now, how many of you had the change in the finger? Raise your hands. Isn't it wonderful? 10 to 15 seconds of merely the thought can change your life. That is how powerful the brain is. Now, today, I am going to talk about the headlight of the brain, which is also called the frontal lobe, which makes one sorted or non-sorted. I call brain the Ferrari of the life with 2.5 petabytes of memory. 2.5 petabytes of memory is like stacking the entire Burj Khalifa. And not just Burj Khalifa, running 300 years of video recorder continuously and trillions of synapses, 100 billion neurons. With all this power of the brain, why does it fail? Right now, the statistics of mental illness is extremely glaring. 15% of people in India, as per the NIMHANS, are suffering from one or other mental illness. 1 in 3 people are going to suffer from mental illness. 1700 percentage increase in the rates of dementia, Alzheimer's dementia. Now you have all the people under the sun, moon with you. You have billions of dollars, but you don't have a brain. What can happen? And that is the current state that we are living in. UK mental health statistics says 8 out of 10 teenagers are not able to go to sleep. Getting a good night's sleep has become a problem. Now, with all the power in the brain that we have, what is going on? Why is this state? Do you ever feed your Ferrari with kerosene? No, but we are continuously feeding our brains with kerosene. So I went through my kerosene of life and I'm going to label those kerosenes, and I'm sure you can label your kerosenes as well. Yes, my career with all the wonderful 13 gold medals and top universities, University of Cambridge, all the best things in the world. But there came an emotional crisis in my life. My dearest friend, 25 years long relationship, flimsy fights, and we are separated. Now, with all the intellectual knowledge of the brain, having the best of the degrees, nothing worked to make me depressed. I was completely gone. I was completely in a state where there was no joy. I was looking for that contentment in life which was gone. Now, emotional crisis will keep coming to us. The situations will keep changing. The situations and the world is totally VUCA. Volatile, complex, uncertain, and ambiguous. But with my brain, with the capacity to navigate the labyrinth, can I make it into a visionary, actionable, completely certain, and totally acceptable world of my own brain and life, that is what we need to do. Now, if I actively ask all of you sitting here and the entire world, you know your hemoglobin levels. Yes, you know your thyroid levels. You also know your kidney. You also know your liver. But if I say, what is your memory capacity? What is your alpha power? What is the power that is there in the brain which will keep you resilient? Are you aware about that? And that is the journey that we started to take when I went through this personal crisis. I hooked my brain up with an electroencephalogram. How we have ECG for the brain, we have EEG for the brain. Like ECG for the heart, the EEG of the brain shows what is going on. When I looked at my brain, I was stunned. My brain was almost equivalent to that of a heroin addict. I was never taking heroin. I never even looked at heroin or cocaine. The attachment of the relationship was the reason for that emotional crisis. Now, with all those 2.5 petabytes of intelligence and memory, I could not function, and I had to take the help of going and looking into the neurobox. That was the inspiration of starting off the Limitless Brain Lab to fix my brain. I just wanted to come out happy, the best of the potentials, and make it happen in life. Started to work, nothing really changed. I started to do random things. I was not capable. Again, rumination. Right now, if you catch your mind, either it will be thinking of the past or it will be thinking of the future. It will not be in the present. So we had to take some support and find out how are these top performers doing what they are doing. Performers from the business, performance from spiritual world. There are businessmen here whom you recognize who have gone and started their career from the age of 19. There are businessmen who have failed 3 times from multimillionaire to zero, multimillionaire to zero, and still had the capacity, audacity to stand up and fight again. So what is that formula of resilience? That rest, repair, regeneration. What if we are to hack that formula and then apply in our daily life, and our brain changes and our lives changes? So what we did was we gathered the brains of all these performers. We created the Peak Performance Library. We went and saw inside their brains what is going on. What are those electrophysiological signatures? And we published what is really the secret of their performance. And the performance was measured as per this diagram as you see. Their cognition, what is their burnout levels, what is their creativity like, what is stress, what is focus and attention. As I mentioned, none of us take an active effort to go ahead and say, hey, let me start by preparation of the brain. You all get your degrees, you go to the universities, you go to your tuition classes, you go to all the things, but you never say, let me check my brain. How many of you would have said, no, I will start that journey by understanding what is my capacity of the brain. So when we studied the secrets, it was mind-blowing to see. What did we find? What we found was that the frontal lobe of the brain was active. It is like driving a car with my 2 headlights which is on. I can very clearly see the way. I can navigate any labyrinth. I can come out successfully. The other thing which was happening was modulation of the brain waves. And we will see what is that modulation. And of course, there is a super brain power wave in the brain which we figured out, which is called gamma. Now, our electroencephalograph machines do not measure lambda or epsilon, which is often seen in meditators. And yes, in our cohort also, we did have avid meditators. So it was very interesting to see how these brain waves were impacting the performance. And if you and me can understand this, and make a change in our lives will be sorted. So let us understand very basic, what is this headlight all about? The headlight is called the prefrontal cortex. Now we all evolved from the reptilian organisms into the human brain. The green part, what you're seeing, is the prefrontal cortex. As human beings, we have 40% of the prefrontal cortex. Now, as rats, there is 7% of the prefrontal cortex. The orange part is called the emotional system, reptilian brain, or the limbic brain. The limbic brain is all about what is happening? I am threatened. I want to protect myself. It is all about fight, flight, fear, and freeze. I want you to think for a moment, how often do you use your limbic or do you use your prefrontal? Now with 40% prefrontal capacity, we still live a life as a rat. We are in the rat race. We are always fearful. Exams come in, life situations come in, war comes in, problems come in, we are frozen. Because that limbic system is the one which is now working like a seesaw. When my limbic system is active, my prefrontal cortex is not available. Now look at the power of what the prefrontal cortex does. It gives you that insight, that capability, that morality, intuitions, the navigation through the labyrinth, the judgments, the capacity to understand how to decide. Life is all about choices. My dear friends, between B and D, which is your birth and the death, there is only one thing, which is called the choices. And prefrontal cortex allows us to make those choices. But how much of a time do we devote in building this prefrontal cortex? We never do that. We are always in a constant amygdala hijack. Amygdala is a small little part of the brain in the limbic brain, which is always active. 13 seconds and gone. I'm angry. 13 seconds I lose a relationship. A WhatsApp message comes, an email comes, and I'm broken. I am shattered. That is what the limbic system does. Now, how do we measure? As neurologists and neuroscientists, we see inside the brain the functioning waves. The waves of the brain are very interesting. I am talking, you are listening, you are attentive. That is called beta. It's a fast rhythm called beta. The moment you close your eyes, there is a wave called alpha. Alpha is important for relaxation. Answer yourself in an entire day. How often do you sit with your eyes closed? The answer when we take a lot of seminars, people say 1 minute. No, 0, 2 minutes or nothing. And this means we are all in a perpetual alpha deficit. We cannot repair. When I go deeper, further, just before I go to sleep, it is called theta. Even slower waves. And as I go to sleep, it's delta. But the best wave to have to get all your studies through, to understand anything in life, solve problem, be innovative, be creative, be an entrepreneur, be resilient, is all about gamma. Gamma is the fastest brain wave. If all of us are able to have the gamma coherence, our life is sorted. And that is exactly what is neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity means you rewire your reality. The neurons that fire together, wire together. And neurons that wire together, fire together. But what happens? Why are we not able to do that? Because in our daily life, we haven't created the rituals. What is then the difference between a habit and a ritual? How many of you can tell me today morning, as you brushed your teeth, you remember that you gave 30 seconds extra to your right wisdom tooth? Do you remember that? No, because that was a routine automatic pilot process. And that is what means you were at the least effort. It was just happening. Every single peak performer that we studied, every single, all of them had rituals. So you have to ask yourself, do a day audit, emotion audit, brainwave audit, and figure out what are your rituals. Rituals is where you're putting your conscious effort and making it happen. Now, each of them had the rituals. Morning coffee is equal to beta. None of them took their morning coffee at least until 90 minutes. You don't want extra beta. Mid-afternoon, you want alpha. You want your brain to repair and regenerate. None of them did hectic work in the mid-afternoon. They wanted to create alpha. As you go to sleep, everybody had a theta routine. We keep on scrolling these iPads, iPhones, etc. and all, and keep knocking our melatonin, which is the king of hormone. In the morning, when you wake up, the first 5 minutes exposure to sunlight decides how much melatonin you will generate at night. It's your morning which decides the king of hormone to get you sleep. Now, each of these things were not overstimulating their brains. All of them had this calm routine. When we studied this and integrated it together, it became movers, which you, me, everybody can practice. Movers is meditation, oxygenation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing what is not helping you, along with a good sleep and sunlight. Now, meditation, you get into alpha and theta, regenerated. Now, visualization, you ask any particular player who is going to be doing the perfect visualization gets to win the life. So, movers was the one which was changing their brains. The gamma, as you see, just with one humming bee. The meditation that you see, the change in the theta, the simple routines of yoga nidra, changing their deep sleep. Just simply by having these movers in your life, you are able to change your brain. Sitting is the new smoking. Standing is the new awakening, and working on your brain is not a luxury anymore. It is the need of the hour. So thank you so much, and let us pray that we all have the movers in our life. I don't want to fix the broken brains, and I want everybody's brain to be kindled. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.